What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Devil's Details Diecast. And here's a different kind of custom build. Say hi to puppy. Hey, mama. Sadly, this is just after I cleaned up, and it still looks like this. But today, in the next few days, since I'm caught up on videos for the most part for some cars, been wanting to build a work box, I guess you could call it, in this section here on the workbench to get rid of all of this clutter and make some drawers and, you know, workbench stuff. Currently I have some shelves, bunch of parts and stuff and paints, some of my diorama stuff, spray paints. This is my son's little spot here for all of his stuff, water I gotta change, and this is my main work area, the infamous crooked desk. And as you can see, a lot of my work area is covered with tools and whatnot. So I've been wanting to build a box here, kind of to have also a nice background to you know, to shoot videos in front of. I actually eventually want to do my photo stuff over in this corner, kind of build a table here with some lights above it, have a photo shoot area here for intros and reveals, so it stays nice and clean. So every time I do something over here, obviously I try to keep this nice and clean, and then I end up working on it and it gets a mess, and then I gotta throw it out. I've been buying these little poster boards at the dollar store, but even when I buy these cutting mats, they just end up all nasty, and I don't see the point of buying a cutting mat if you're not going to work on it, and I just can't seem to keep them clean. So I want to kind of either create a big diorama base over here to do my reveals and my intros, and just use the workbench to, you know, work on. But you know, not having a lot of money and stuff, it's kind of stalled me in making a work box. I know it's just a little bit of wood and whatnot, but as you all know, wood's pretty expensive. And then I got to looking at the shelf I have up here. As I showed you, I have two of these, and I got to thinking, if I just take this side of the shelf and drop it down, I can actually use this as a work box. And I have some spare wood on the other side of my shop, my other side of the shop, which is over that area. Give you a quick glimpse over there, even though it's 10 times as dirty. But I have that wood over there in the corner that I can actually make my bins out of. So I'm going to take this part here, which is a lot of wasted space, and there's a lot of wasted space on top. I'm going to take this part, I'm going to cut it with my jigsaw right down the top, because this white piece is all one piece. I'm going to cut it down the center, leave this end up, drop this down. It'll fit perfectly, as you can see already. Make my drawers for in here, and then I'll still have the top of this above, and I could probably put some racks, you know, above that for other storage and whatnot, and that'll solve the problem. So what I'm going to do is, unfortunately, I have to clear all this out first, and then I'm going to drop that down and make some drawers, maybe paint them up or just stain them, and then organize all, you know, my paints and my, right now I have my tools in an old dishwasher utensil basket, which comes in really handy. But, you know, I think having everything categorized in a drawer or in a bunch of drawers will get everything off the desktop and give me a lot more space to work and not have everything be so cluttered. So stick around for a different kind of build on the channel. Hope it's enjoyable. And I hope I didn't get everybody sick by moving the camera around so much. So stay tuned. Alright, so here's a brief update. I decided to leave that shelf piece up at the top because it does give me more room for like cleaning supplies and stuff that I don't really use too much. And what I basically did was just kind of flipped that middle shelf down to the bottom. I didn't go all the way to the desktop because of that trim in the back, and I'd have to cut that trim and yada yada. So for now I just threw my paints up there to get them off the desktop, and then I'm going to build a bottom to the box and then probably a shelf in the middle, and then I'll do my boxes from there. So a little bit of work left to do. This thing fell off the wall, which is all my paints, which sucks. Some castings fell, we had some damages, but all in all, not too bad. It does free up a good amount of space, and it definitely will once I get all the tools in drawers versus on the desktop. And having a little bit of space, you know, having about this much space underneath will allow me to even probably put some maybe flat like Rubbermaid tubs or something, maybe even underneath here for even extra storage. So I basically added a lot more storage and added even more storage here if I do something with the apple barrel paints. And I could even probably put a shelf, you know, bisecting this area too if I wanted to. So a lot of options, but that's all I'm going to do for today because it is still humid, as you can hear my fan in the background. And I'm about to head out of the workshop for today, and I'll be back here tomorrow, which is Saturday anyway. It's supposed to rain all day, so it'll be a good day to get some woodworking done. So we'll be back. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Tuesday the 6th, and just getting back into the shop after the long weekend. Hope everybody had a good 4th. And getting to work on this box here, and just kind of winging it here. This probably won't be a work box, you know, that'll be handed down through the Lambert generations. I'm not a super finished carpenter by any means, but I think it's coming out pretty good. You may ask yourself, why do I have all these notched separator pieces here? And that's from a project I had started that didn't come to fruition. I was making a Hot Wheels rack, and I had cut all these notches and just realized that this wood was way too thick for what I wanted to make. So I had a lot of this leftover slat, as you can see over here. And instead of going to buy just regular slat and wasting money, I figured, hey, why not? Nobody's really going to see it anyway. These are all going to be drawers. And, you know, once the drawers are in, nobody's really going to see it. So I didn't really care that they had these notches, and actually a couple of them worked out to add as spacers. So basically what I'm going to use for the drawers are these pieces here. And the only bummer is I think they're only about 8 inches tall. I'm not sure. I haven't fully measured them yet. And these spaces are, well, they can't be 8 inches. I think they're 4 inches tall. So they're gonna fall a little short of the top, which I kind of wanted them to be nice and flush. Now I could put trim along the edges and all that stuff, but For now, I'm just going to use what I have for wood. Again, I mean, I'm not going to go out and buy wood, and these are nice full pieces. I got 8-foot tall pieces. I got a piece over there waiting to be cut. So I'm just going to make 6 drawers here. Each are 10-inch wide, and they'll be 4-inch high. And this whole cabinet by just about 10 3/4 deep. So they're going to be good sized drawers. I kind of wanted to get more drawers, but I think I'm actually creating a lot more space than I'm going to need, if that's even possible. And you know, for tools and stuff, it'll be good because I'll have more space, you know, to fit a lot more tools. But again, I'm kind of afraid I'm going to have too much space in the drawer, and when you have too much space, you tend to throw a lot more stuff in. But I also figured when I make the drawer, I can put a divider in the drawer itself and like separate like files and screwdrivers into one drawer, and then like maybe tires and you know, I don't know, like interiors in one drawer, and like etc. So there's a lot of options I can do with a bigger drawer too. So we're gonna try that and see how that works. I can always modify the drawers later on. I can always add more spacers in between. I got plenty of wood to do that and make a lot smaller drawers, but for now, for ease of use, I'm just gonna go with the size openings I have, and we'll go from there. So I'll show you the drawers once I get one finished, and we'll go from there. So stick around. All right, and what has become a theme for this build, I ran out of 3/4 inch nails for my nail gun, so I was able to get one drawer done, which actually came out pretty nice. I found this what is this called, melamine or whatever it's called, stuff you have in drawers, go figure. From this piece I'm working on over here, I'm turning that into like a sitting reading corner, but it had these drawers in it that I took apart, and you know, this stuff was the bottom of the drawer. It has like this nice paper inside, so I was actually trying to figure out what I wanted to use for a bottom, and I was like, hey, I got a giant piece there and I got a piece here, and what better to make the bottom of a drawer than a bottom of a drawer? So I got it together. This will all be you know, wood filled before I stain it and everything, and I had enough small nails to you know, secure the bottom, and it also gives it a nice, this I gotta sand all of this, is all old glue from the old drawer. Just gotta sand all that off, but actually gives it a nice sliding surface when you put it in. Drilled a little 1-inch hole. And it's actually a little bit tight, which is nice because it prevents it from, you know, pulling all the way out, which is pretty good, but I can get it all the way out. Just gotta do a little bit more sanding because it's a little, of course, it's on a non-secure base. Once I install the box itself, it'll, you know, go in a little bit better, but it is a little bit tight on the sides. Like I said, I'm a measure once, cut 16 times person. Little blemish there I'll have to take care of, but it's gonna have to wait till payday so I can go get some more nails. But I'm pretty happy with how that came out, actually. I think it's gonna look nice once I get more drawers in there, get a nice coat of stain, and then I'm gonna get you know, some channel stickers. I've been saving some channel stickers to get on the front of that. So once I get some nice channel stickers, put them on the front, I think it's going to turn out to be a nice box. So until I get paid, which will be tomorrow, we'll run over to Lowe's and grab some longer nails, some brad nails. I'll get back to work on this. Stick around.